welcome. Maybe the best day of the NBA. Thursday night, and we're happy you could be here with us. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. And on the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Taking a look at Toronto. Right now, if the playoffs started, they would have the 7th seed. And, of course, Brooklyn. Sitting directly below him, just one spot down.
And for the Raptors, they've been strong at times this season, but they still have some holes. I think they're a playoff caliber team. I just don't think they're a championship caliber team.
This has been the thought all along. They have enough to compete night in and night out, but they're not taking 4 out of 7 from a top team in this league. No way.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Good evening, Kevin. The Brooklyn Nets have focused on the work, and they let the results follow. Kyrie Irving says it's a privilege to go out there and perform after you prepare with your brothers. So we just want to stay collectively aligned on the same goal. Hold each other accountable, be consistent, and have fun doing it. Kevin, I am having fun doing this broadcast.
I am so glad we are teammates, DA, and they are a fun team to watch. David, thank you. Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Inside for him, it's Barnes and Siakam. Guard spots filled by Vanvleet and Trent. And it's Anunoby in at the 3, the small forward. And for Brooklyn, Edwards is out there with Seth Curry. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Mills, and it's Claxton in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And Greg, at this point in the year, if your system overall doesn't seem to be working, how much can you really change before the offseason?
Well, usually a system change would come with a coaching change, but sometimes it's not the system, and sometimes you just need a different voice. And keep in mind, you also have to evaluate that roster and find out if the players on that roster are a good match for the system.
And if you're the coach, you love to see this. Anunoby creating for someone else.
Irving against Vanvleet. And here's Mills from the arc. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Trent. The baseline jumper goes down.
And this team looking to get him the ball and get him in rhythm quickly.
Because he's someone that you lean on at the offensive end. Establish him early.
Curry, it's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
A creative playmaker. I love when Kyrie zips it to his teammates.
And the latest wrinkle in Seth Curry's game, creating for others with consistency.
And he's taking time with his reads, letting the defense commit, then making his move. All part of that maturation process.
First quarter, just over a minute played. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside Curry. Back to Irving. There's the triple. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Defenses can't let Irving have his way at the perimeter. With this accuracy, it's lights out.
Back to Trent. Siakam finds Anunoby. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Brooklyn's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Claxton with the bucket.
A silky smooth playmaker. Irving on time and on point.
Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Anunoby, good. Anunoby's got his second bucket of the game to go. And here's Mills. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. The pass to Claxton. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass. Nasty jam.
Perfect vision. Mills getting quicker these days at spotting the open man.
Here's Anunoby. Good, and Vanvleet gets the assist. Anunoby's got 6 points. Now here's Curry. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Pass to Claxton. Here's Edwards. Poked loose. Stolen by Vanvleet. A leaner. And a little luck that time, but it drops. It's all knotted up.
That's a very controlled dribble from Fred. Doesn't need to get to the rim. He can just stop and pop.
Last 2 minutes to play.
For the Nets, they come into this one following a loss to the Wizards. Passes to Irving. To the paint. Here's Edwards. Second chance shot. And he lays it up and in.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. And that's one of the things he brings to the table.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. From deep. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Vanvleet. He's putting up about 21 points per, 7 assists, and 4 rebounds. And with his skill set on the offensive end, he is such a threat on the floor.
I love it because he does so many things well. Defenses have to account for him even when he's not scoring.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Johnson comes in for Edwards. And Thomas subbed in for Patty Mills.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Mikhailuk gets the three-pointer to fall.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Here's Johnson. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 5 assists in the game.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Took him no time at all on that one. Anunoby's got 9.
Uh-oh, starting out in rhythm. That's 4 out of 5 he's hit, and we're only in quarter number 1.
Brooklyn's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. Right side Curry. Aldridge with a screen on Anunoby. Outside for Thomas. Shot clock at 6. Really left alone that time. He's got 6.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, both teams in the zone early. Stops have been almost impossible to come by.
Good work there as it goes. 26 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Irving. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
I'm happy I didn't have to guard Kyrie. He's a problem, and he draws a lot of fouls.
Good on both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Raptors trail by 4. Vanvleet can't get it to go. Curry dishes to Irving. Pass to Aldridge. Over Birch. And Aldridge gets it to go on the assist by Irving. Irving's got his 6th assist on the night.
Love the play call, getting Aldridge something within the flow of the offense. Just taking what the defense allows, and that's a shot he'll make all night.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Brooklyn ahead, up by 4. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this.
All right, who's coming onto the court? Come on.
Well, plenty of firepower, but Kyrie Irving committed to digging in at the defensive end as well.
Come on. Get loud.
I wouldn't be able to do it without our bigs and our consistent effort from our wings as well, helping me out. I may not make the right play every time on the defensive end, but, we're doing a great job of covering for one another. And, I cover for my teammates as well as they cover for me. So, that's just a tribute to our team's success on the defensive end.
Now it's been a real focus, hasn't it, Greg, for them to tighten things up defensively.
And it's a collective effort. So even the scorers have to be engaged and exert themselves in order to get stopped.
Malachi Flynn. 3.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Nets?
They didn't need any time to warm up from long range today. Their three-point shooting has been terrific in the first half.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Toronto right now, they've got Gary Trent. Achua is out there with Kem Birch. And it's Mikhailuk in at the 3.
And great job from beyond the arc this quarter. They are now shooting the 3 at almost 60% for the game.
Mills looking it over. Outside Thomas. Inside. And stolen by Achua. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Brooklyn Nets are creating a fresh legacy. Kevin Durant says it's new energy. We're one of the first teams in Nets history where fans are expecting us to do good things. The basketball culture is deep in Brooklyn, and they're looking for a team to latch on to. Well, guys, it looks like they found a good one.
I agree, David. Thanks. Now, here's Anunoby. 9 points in the game so far, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
It looks like they're ready to run today, fellas. They keep getting out on the break whenever they can.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Count that one.
We've talked about it. Be ready when your number's called. OG Anunoby's very accountable, and he's been very active on the offensive end. And what you like about Anunoby is how efficient he's become. Good to great shot selection, hits for a solid percentage from the field, from 3, and from the line.
Vanvleet with the bucket.
You know what? They've been on a nice run here, had the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
I totally agree. They just can't be stopped. They're just firing on all cylinders.
And the Raptors with possession. They're rolling here on a 15-point run.
And another efficiency of Anunoby's, he takes care of the rock.
And for a young player, you're right, GA, he makes very few mistakes. And if he does make a mistake, they don't pile up and become a problem. He just moves on to the next play.
Toronto leading by 13. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
He's heady, he's unselfish. All Vanvleet does is make winning plays.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And Gary Trent gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. Brooklyn's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Nets passing it around. That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for Gary Trent.
And it's a nice month he's having. Something's got him motivated. He's become a much bigger contributor offensively. He's settled into the kind of groove that every player wants to get in.
Now here's Edwards. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. It's blocked, and they're able to recover. And so Vanvleet will bring it up for the Raptors. The rebound by Sharp.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. Might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
All right, Greg, you're a lefty. You're on the call tonight. Here we are courtside. Who do you think is the best left-handed player currently in the NBA?
Oh, it's the beard. James Harden, Kevin, no question. But Zion's going to be carrying that torch for us lefties going forward. I have no doubt he'll make us proud.
And Toronto making a change here. Young's checked in.
And this is where Mills kills you. Tremendous range.
Just his first attempt. And the shot goes in from Siakam. And the Raptors lead by 13.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
They are getting buried tonight with plays like that one, allowing too much space for a good shooter. He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
Shot's good by Siakam.
That play shows you how much confidence this team has in Siakam's shot. They set him up perfectly.
And let's see what the Nets have coming up. On Thursday, they'll be matching up with Al Horford and the Boston Celtics. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And looking at the Toronto matchup, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
The Raptors making a switch here. Mikhailuk is checked in.
I love that they're continuing to attack this. Despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused and they've executed.
Here's Young. And again, it's Toronto converting. Nets trail by 20. Irving drives in. Shot to stop the run. And Brooklyn turns it over again.
You want unselfishness, but you also need to keep it under control.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Aldridge is checked in. Chris Boucher's checked in for the Raptors. For three, Vanvleet. It's good from long range. Vanvleet's got 6 here in this quarter.
And this really is the story of the game. They've been outstanding from beyond the arc, especially in the second quarter.
35 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Irving. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Irving's got 7 points.
A masterful finisher. The closer Kyrie is to the bucket, the more dangerous he becomes.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
24 seconds left in the second quarter. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Irving with a clean look. Again, the Nets for 2.
The accuracy of Kyrie's shot is impressive, helping him clean up in the mid-range.
And Siakam has it in the corner. Back to Trent. Anunoby in the corner. Here's the 3. And again, Toronto with the triple.
He's been locked in all night, and he's taking good shots.
And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. It's the Raptors running away with it. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
And looking at their schedule, a lot of road games coming up. This is a team that performs well away from home. They like the challenge of winning in other arenas. They feel like they can go toe-to-toe with any team, any setting.
And time now to acknowledge what was a tremendous half of play for the Toronto Raptors.
Well, they were completely in rhythm shooting the basketball. Just watching the flow of their offense, everything clicked into place. Fantastic shot selection. They took advantage of everything the defense gave them.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. That'll be a 5-second call.
Inbound violation.
And with this break, let's bring up the list of the dominant rookie rebounders in the NBA this season. Well, you take a look at Barnes, 3rd in rebounding, and what a physical presence inside.
And, you know, rebounding was a skill that I thought would translate to the NBA for him. We knew he could board with the best of them, and he has not disappointed.
Curry with a wide-open look. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Curry's got the first basket of the second half here for the Nets. Raptors leading by 22. And more than one observer, Greg, has called Irving the most entertaining player in the game. What do you think?
A lot of competition for that distinction, but Irving does some things that no one else can, at least at his level. And then you never know when he's going to give us a juicy soundbite.
They've got Edwards. Mills out there with Irving. Then there's Seth Curry. And it's Claxton in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you for the baton, Kevin. Kyrie Irving, of course, marches to the beat of his own drum. At times, that might rub people the wrong way, but Kyrie says, I've learned lessons from it. That's the most beautiful and exciting part, just the growth. What I'm saying is, it's always been bigger than the game for me. And guys, you have to respect his willingness to go it alone.
You do indeed, D.A. Thank you for that portrait. Now Mills. He's got 7. Stolen by Vanvleet. And the Raptors call time here.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
And your Brooklyn Nets.
Thomas checked in for Patty Mills. And Toronto also making a switch. Achua, he's checked in for Barnes. Now, here's Trent. He's guarded by Thomas. Trent gets the bucket.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
Irving's shot is good.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Raptors leading by 22. For 3, Vanvleet, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
The revenge triple loves seeing Fred Vanvleet come right back at him.
And it's Irving with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Here's Thomas. 6 points for him. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. From deep three-point range. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Here now is the 2K leaderboard. Over the past month, these teams have tortured opponents defensively. The Raptors in second.
What a month they've had defensively. I mean, they've really gotten after it on that end of the floor.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Irving. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. For Toronto, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Wasted no time on that one. Vanvleet's got 15 points.
It's great watching Fred catch fire. When this happens, he dominates games with his scoring.
Irving with it, picked up by Vanvleet. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Toronto calls timeout. And for the teams who are rebuilding, Smitty, it seems stacking draft picks is often the best approach. Pick swaps, protections. It can make your head spin.
It can, Kevin. I think for the younger guys, it comes down to a couple things. Player development and the culture you breed That's usually the difference between success and failure.
LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for the Nets. Blake Griffin comes in for Edwards.
Playing at his tempo, his pace, he's been dialed in all night.
Brooklyn's gotten all 4 of the three-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here. Thomas's shot is off. Toronto's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. The free throw off from Barnes. And what you get with Barnes, Greg, tremendous versatility.
And he gets others involved, Kevin. Plays great defense, has an excellent feel for the games. He doesn't have to score to impact winning, but if you need points from him, the young fella can provide that as well.
This one for 3. Good, and Vanvleet gets the assist.
3.
Vanvleet's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Nets shooting extremely well. 62% on the night to this point. Irving from long range. And the 3-ball is good. Irving's got 9 points here in the second half. And here's Barnes for 3. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. The pass to Aldridge. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Aldridge has got his second basket.
As a coach, this is how you like your plays to end. Aldridge with a high percentage look.
Barnes against Curry. Back to Thomas. There's the feed to Aldridge. Shoots over Achua. And it's Aldridge missing. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Takes a 3. The shot's good from Achua. Achua's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. For Brooklyn, they've gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. 6 to shoot. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Team foul. Raptors substitution.
Outside Irving. Drops in the tray. Irving's got 21.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
You know why? Success breeds confidence, and he's certainly been successful from there, time and time again.
Guys, it's been all about Fred VanVleet for Toronto. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up, keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So for Toronto right now, it's Boucher out there with Khem Birch. And it's Mikhailuk in at the shooting guard position.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Driving to the basket. And that one drops for him. Mills has got 4 points in the quarter.
One of the best standstill shooters in the league. Mills getting better at scoring off the dribble.
Shots good by Watanabe.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Brooklyn with the ball. Johnson kicks to Dragic. Back to Johnson. Lets the 3 fly. Sinks the triple.
Beautiful vision to find the open man. Gorn leading by example.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Here's Boucher. The shot's good on the assist by Flynn. Boucher's got his first bucket of the night.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Hills with it. Pass to Dragic. Smitty last year at the play-in tournament, the late season really heated up. Do you enjoy seeing teams work extra hard to secure their positions?
Kevin, I loved it. There was no time to rest for those teams that wanted to fight their way out of the play-in. And like you said, at the end of the season, we had a lot of drama.
And so it's Mills who will bring it up for Brooklyn. Into the lane, and so they foul intentionally. So for the Nets, Drummond comes in for Johnson, and Thomas subbed in for Patty Mills. The Raptors also with a sub. Young's checked in. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Nets passing it around. Drummond trying to get himself free. Thomas's shot is off.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Nets have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Outside, Dragic drills the three-pointer.
Not really a long-range shooter, but going Dragic must be a priority for the defense on that play.
Tries from 16, and it's Young. That time on the assist by Flynn. And here's Dragic. Now, here's Thomas. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. That three off the mark.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Brooklyn's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Back to Dragic. Three-pointer. And he's good on the three ball.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Fred VanVleet.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
I don't think anyone in this building saw this coming. I'm sure that of the players who these fans thought would beat them, his name was not at the top of the list. Tries a three off the inbound. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
And you have to credit Anunoby. He's put in the work to become a better playmaker.
Brooklyn's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Irving for 3. And the Nets another 3.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Anunoby, good.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Toronto.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Fred VanVleet.
Ooh, he put on a clinic tonight. Terrific vision. He sees the whole floor, and he hits guys in their spots with pinpoint dives.
And you gotta like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
They've put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
Anunoby and the Raptors tack on 2 more.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
Irving, good.
Sometimes breaks are just as good as the gas pedal. Kyrie with the stop and pop.
For three, Siakam. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Anunoby in the corner. Off target.
Wonderful effort by Blake just to get out to be able to contest that shot.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
Yeah, you know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.